This is Joe Pugh for IFLTV. We're here at the Co-op Live for the second time in 48 hours. Frank Warren, big announcement, or multiple announcements, all in line with your first few shows with DAZN. Big day?
Massive day. You know, we're kicking off DAZN with a high impact, heavy impact, brilliant night of boxing. Some of the best heavyweights in the country on this card, all 50-50 fights. I'm really looking forward to it as a boxing fan myself, but this is something special. Chisora making his professional debut. It's fabulous. It's just a fabulous night of boxing.
Start off with Whyte Chisora headlining this heavy impact live on April 5th. Real crossroads fight for both of them, fair to say?
Yeah, I mean, look, you got to be honest and look at the age they are, and it's up to them, you know, to see who's going to be the best, who's going to come out of it and who's not. The winner go on, and the loser's going to have a real problem in getting back. And I don't normally say that. I always say not a loss is not, you know, you can get over it, but a loss is going to be a problem for one of these.
I spoke to Joyce. He said he's assembling an old team. He wants to get back to where he was, where he beat Daniel Dubois, he beat Joseph Parker. Do you think he's still got that fight inside of him where he was a few years ago before the DAZN and Chisora defeats?
Mentally, he's got the fight in him. There's no, you know, he has got that in him. Both of them have. They both believe in each other, believe in themselves. They've got great self-confidence. But on the night, we'll find out. You'll find out. You know, suddenly in this game, you can be an old man overnight. You know, I think it's a very, very close fight. A very, very close fight on paper. But we'll see on the night.
A Cody rapport, a little bit of needle up there. We've seen it.
I mean, there's no, and again, you know, you look at the sort of the two guys. They both come up from cruiserweight, and you know, I look back at David Haye, I look at Evander Holyfield, and you look at Usyk. They all came up, all of them came up and made their mark and won world heavyweight titles. Which one of them can do it? You know, this is a statement fight for them. And you've got to take your hat off to both of them for taking this fight. You're not taking, you know, there's no easy fight still. This fight is a tough fight. A tough fight for both of them. And I'm really looking forward to it.
Adelaide and TKV. Spoke to Adelaide yesterday, today. He said, look, he would have fought anybody. That was the name that got brought to him. But it's a real kind of measuring stick for David Adelaide to get straight back into the Fabio Wardleys of this world. It is.
You know, he made a statement in his last fight, and he came out, and it was tremendous stoppage against a really, really good fighter. But he did what he had to do. He's in another tough fight, and they both look. They're all around this heavyweight scene. They're all seeing what's going on. I mean, the heavyweights are unbelievably. It's the sexiest division at the moment, in my opinion. The fights that are going on. We had a great fight on Saturday night here. Derek Chisora has really put himself back in the running. You look at Tyson's two fights he had last year. You look at Joyce, the fight he had last year. Against Derek. They've been brilliant fights, so competitive because they can all see what's out there for them. They all want to get a piece of the championship. They want to fight for it. All these guys are in really good positions in rankings. We've got Fabio waiting in the wings. We're going to announce his fight in the next few weeks. He's got a cracker of a fight. Moses, all of them. It is a lively division. Big fights. And, you know, there's no excuses for the fights not being made because they're all under the same umbrella.
With Rapport and TKV, boxer fighters, do you know if there was any reason Ben Shalom weren't here today?
I've got no idea.
No?
I didn't miss him, but I had no idea.
Would he have been on the top table if he had come?
Sorry?
Would he have been on the top table if he had come?
No, because what for? You've got the fighters on there. They're fighting.
Good.
He didn't put it in the contract.
Yeah. Were any of these fights difficult to make with BOXXER?
They're done. All that crap don't matter. They're done. They're signed. They're done. They're on. And that's the business we're in, delivering the fights. All this promotional bullshit, all this ego stuff. Park it all up. All of us, park it up. Get the fights on. Let the fans see the best fight the best. That's what this is all about. That's our mantra. That's how it's been. None of our guys are ducking. They're in fights, proper fights. We're in the best venue in Europe, Co-op Arena. What a great atmosphere it was here on Saturday. This place is going to be rammed for this show, rammed out, and you're going to see some heavy hitters in the ring. I think they've got a 75% ratio knockout, all these guys between them. So, give me some fireworks.
Do you think all the promotional beef has been parked up? You said you want it to be parked up.
All the what?
The promotional beef.
No, it never been parked up. We all want to be the best. They all want to be Queensbury now.
Okay, moving on. You mentioned Derek Chisora there. Have you spoke to him since Saturday night?
I haven't actually. I did put a call into him yesterday, but I haven't got to speak to him. But we're going to go out and have a bit of lunch.
Who would you like to see him fight in his 50th and final fight?
Well, he is. He won the eliminator for the IBF title.
So Daniel Dubois / Joseph Parker.
We will see. Some big fights there for him. He's re-established him. 50 fights and retire. That's what I want to see. I want to see. He wants his 50, so give him his wish, and then I want to see him spend time with his family, enjoy the fruits of his labour.
Do you think it will be difficult if he performs in his 50th like he did?
Of course it'll be difficult. You know that, and I know that. You know, but people around him who care about him, they'll hopefully advise him the right thing. Listen, I said he should retire 2 years ago. I make no bones about it, but geez, he proved me wrong, hasn't he? He's had some tough fights, tough fights. Grit his teeth. A couple of times on Saturday, I was watching the fight and thought, oh, is he blowing? Is he gassing? And he goes and finds it and drags it out himself. But he's in the toughest of all sports. And at the end of the day, it is a young man's game. That's a fact. That's what it is. And I want to see him come out with his money and know what bank it's in, where it's banked. And that's important. And get that 5-0 on, get the old Hawaii 5-0 on, get the fight on, done, dusted, and go and enjoy his life.
Alexander Usyk was photoed in London yesterday. Is there any indication of when or who he may fight? Any of your guys? I know you've got most of the heavyweights.
He's got mandatories coming up. And most of the mandatories are against Queensbury fighters.
Okay, just last thing on Chisora. What did you make of the scorecard that was 114, 112?
I don't get that at all. I'm really, I'm sick of all this because, all these things if he don't have those 2 knockdowns, it's a draw.
TalkSport had it close as well.
Well, it wasn't close. I mean, I like to think I know what I'm looking. I know everybody says, oh, you're biased and whatever. He won that fight, and I think most people thought that. And I thought he won it comfortably. He won all those early rounds. He came back into it a little bit. Otto, I think it's in the 10 or 11, 9, 10, 11. He came in a little bit. But Derek won that fight. Do you know what? At the end of the day, it's all irrelevant. It doesn't mean a fucking thing. He won the fight. 49th fight, he won it. And he goes on to the 50th. And that is all that matters. That's all that counts now.
Back working with Anthony Yarde. You see him ringside?
Yeah, I'm delighted. We're back together. Started with me, and yeah, it's nice. I mean, I've never had a bad word to say against him whatsoever. I really have got a real soft spot for him, and he's a warrior, and he's going to be involved in some big fights. He's got a tough fight coming up. I think he'll come through that, and then we can move on to bigger fights.
I know today's all about the heavyweights, but there were 2 other show announced today. Great card in Nottingham with Anthony Cacace versus takes on Lee Wood, and Essuman versus Josh Taylor. Nobody guessed that. Online, all these fights were rumoured, but that one slipped under the radar.
Great fight. He's coming up, Josh. We're delighted he's on board, and Echo's been with us for a long while now. Last year, was it Boxing News, domestic fights, 1, 2, 3. 2 of his fights was 2 and 3. That's what you're getting. That's what's going to Scotland. That's who's fighting Josh. That is a cracker of a fight. And Nottingham, what a fight that is. Anto's got serious in boxing now. He's shown what he's all about. 2 outstanding performances he's had. Outstanding. And he deserves all he's got. And he's going again into the other guy's backyard. And that's got fight written all over it. It'd be a brilliant fight.
Last one, Tyson Fury sitting next to you on Saturday. Are you fed up of people asking you, is he going to come out of retirement?
Yep.
Is he going to come out of retirement?
I asked him. Go and enjoy the fruits of his labour. I mean, he's just retired. Well, you want him to get out already? Give the man a break.
Frank Warren, thank you very much for speaking to IFLTV.